Yeah, I just threw gum in my mouth, and now we're doing a podcast. I guess I'm spitting this out.
Pre-planning, man. Pre-planning.
So you know what I did this morning?
What did you do this morning?
I spent 2 hours watching TV, but not really watching anything program-wise. I was doing that thing where you go to Amazon, and for like 45 minutes to an hour, you're just flipping through, looking at all these things you've never heard of, watching the trailers for them, going, oh, that's why I haven't seen this actor in 2 years. They're doing like direct to Hulu or Amazon or whatever. This looks interesting. I'm going to put it in my list. My list is like as long as a whale's dick. I haven't watched anything on it because every time I go to watch something on Amazon, I end up seeing what's new, watching trailers for an hour. See, when you came in, I had switched to Amazon. I had just done an hour on Hulu, doing the same thing.
Yeah, I did a little bit of that actually this week because self-admittedly, I've had Amazon for fucking years now.
Yeah.
I may have watched it a few times, like when The Boys is on. When
they used to not have a ton of stuff that's for us.
The other night we just
like The Tick was one of those early things that I think was
The Tick
geared towards.
So that kind of stuff. So the other night, I don't know. I was like, I was out of HBO Max. I'm like, I'm not feeling Netflix. I'm like,
HBO Max is still a little thin for me in terms of things.
But it'll get there.
That's one where I'm just constantly waiting on new stuff.
But when it came to Amazon, I'm just like, hey, where did he get all these fucking movies on? And I'm just looking through, and you get to like the weird section, like the horror stuff, the weird horror stuff, like Lamageddon.
Well, see, that's the thing. You have to watch the trailers because if you just go by like quote the box art kind of thing, you're gonna get fucked. It's gonna be like something made for $10 that someone uploaded to Amazon, and they get like a kickback when it gets played or when
you happen to stumble across it.
Especially on Amazon, there's a lot of it's just like threadbare budget shit.
See, there's a lot there, but Velocipaster's on that.
I know. I was going to just bring that up. But they're also the ones that are spending $1 billion making Lord of the Rings prequels, and I think they just bought MGM Studios.
That was. Oh yeah,
Amazon.
that's right. It was.
I mean,
I had read somewhere it's every movie but Wizard of Oz and Gone with the Wind.
Yeah, but that's probably fine.
Like the entire, I don't, you don't see a lot of Gone with the Wind memes.
No. Like how many, like I don't think anyone's buying Amazon Prime.
Have you ever seen that movie from beginning to end?
Yeah, I saw it like once.
It's a classic line.
That's a classic. Two classic lines. The one everyone knows, which is, frankly, my dear, I don't give a damn. But there's also the other ones. I don't know nothing about birthing no babies, Miss Scarlett. I laughed when she said that.
Oh my goodness!
Not in a racist way, but in a that this is just funny. So maybe I shouldn't talk about it. Yeah, I've seen it, and like Wizard of Oz, like fuck it, like everyone's seen it a million times.
Yeah,
and I've even seen like that weird, really weird like
James Franco.
No.
Oh.
The sequel with like Fairuza Balk or whatever.
I don't know if I've ever seen the sequel.
Child. It's a fucked up movie.
Is it?
It's like kind of dark and scary.
But I've seen The Wiz a few times.
I was flipping around the other day and The Wiz was on. I watched it like for 10 minutes out of curiosity. I haven't seen that. That like got on TV like it was like an event like in the 70s or 80s. And I remember as a kid like it was a big deal that it was on TV. And I remember I watched it, but I don't remember anything about it. I know Michael Jackson was in it, but I would rather watch Captain EO.
No, Captain EO.
Like than The Wiz, you know what I mean?
I love Captain EO.
And I think Captain EO wasn't a full-length movie. It was like a short, right?
It was like 20 minutes maybe. Like 15, 20 because it was an attraction.
It's like a 3D thing for like Universal or something.
No, Disney.
Or whatever. One of them.
In the Imagination Pavilion at Epcot.
See,
that's right.
This is what we have.
Throw some.
Can we?
Just drop some knowledge right there for
your
you.
with your weird Disney fetish. Speaking of weird Disney fetish, can we talk about your crazy wife having to buy Cruella for $30 day of?
My wife did make it a point to tell me the other day. She's like, so we're watching Cruella on Friday. I'm going to buy it.
It's funny. I
like,
can't get you to watch like assigned homework for the podcast, the other podcast, but we can get Cruella in day and date.
She really wanted to watch this fucking movie, man. And look,
it looked good. It looks good, but this Jew ain't spending a dime on that.
Oh no, I would never.
Well, you just did.
No, she did.
Well, no. You're married. Just because you don't have a joint account.
Is this like Venom?
Yes. This is cookie.
Okay, so I guess we spent $30.
You
on
have
fucking
like every time
Cruella.
Every time I ask you about something, you're like, oh yeah, we're still got to see that. We were talking about seeing this and that and the other thing, and but this fucking thing that you're gonna get for free in like a month or two. You're $30 is a lot, man. Did you buy Mulan also?
No.
Okay,
No.
at least you.
We both agreed. We were like, no. I don't know what her thing with Cruella was, but she really wanted to see it. So whatever, and between the pandemic and pregnancy and everything else, like we don't do a lot of lavish spending. So $30 just to make the wife happy. Okay, and the movie was all right. It was very slow in the beginning, but whatever. Emma Thompson was a fantastic bitch. A fantastic bitch. Yeah. She gave what's her face Glenn Close a run for her money.
Never saw that.
You never saw Devil Wears Prada?
No.
Oh man, get yourself a woman in your life.
Does it wouldn't matter.
That's the only way I saw the fucking.
It wouldn't matter. If someone on the couch sitting next to me was watching Devil Wears Prada, in go the headphones, out comes the laptop. And I'll catch up on my TV.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
If it doesn't have like a horror or sci-fi element or lots of explosions or like an actor I give a shit about, it's just not. It was
once it got going. It cast. It was really a lot of people you've never met before.
What are you talking about?
The Cruella.
We're not doing a movie review.
Oh yeah, I do a movie review. Well, you
We're
just want to make fun of Natalia for renting it.
For spending $30 on a fucking movie.
But you're a big baller.
It's more than like a DVD cost back in the day to own that you got to take home and keep forever. $30 to watch a fucking movie on your TV.
You ever think back if Blockbuster had just, done the deal with Netflix instead of shoo-shooing them away? What it would look like now? Blockbuster would still be a media giant.
I mean, I guess. I don't...
That's a random thought.
Yeah.
Sorry.
So...
Because I was thinking back the other day, I had to drive to Stewart yesterday.
Really?
Yeah, I had to go fucking test a backflow in Stewart. And on the drive up, I for some reason started thinking about... Remember Blockbuster Golf and Games?
Yeah.
Like
it was like wasn't it? Where was that?
It was where IKEA is.
Okay.
Yeah, it's on the same plot of land.
For some reason, I thought it was where the Bassett Sporting.
Oh no,
was
no
over by that water.
No.
That's fine. I know I'm wrong.
Yeah,
you don't have to look at me like you're considering that I might be right. No, I know I'm wrong.
Yeah. So I was thinking about Blockbuster Golf and Games was this small little like theme parkish thing. You could do like a
golf and games.
Well, there was golf range. There was a high end like baseball
batting cage.
There was miniature golf. There was water boats. I think there was go-karts. There was a fucking crazy indoor...
Water boats like skiing?
No, like bumper boats.
Oh.
There was a bunch of other shit. It's not a big plot of land, so there wasn't a whole lot of stuff, but it was like Wayne Huizinga's attempt because he was riding high. He had just done the Marlins, brought the Marlins into existence, brought the Panthers into existence. I think he was invested in the Sawgrass Mall expansion.
He owned the Dolphins.
And yeah, he started a fucking theme park. He was just Wayne Heising is our the closest thing to our Walt Disney that we're gonna get in South Florida. You see, fucking Major League Soccer just came down hard on our fucking upstart team down here. Apparently, we've been trading away assets and doing stuff a little sly under the table, and they hit they were hit with like $2.5 million fine. Which, if any other like sport, if our home team, like if the Dolphins got hit with like a tampering fine for $2.5 million, everyone on fucking ESPN would talk about this for fucking weeks on end. It would be a huge thing.
But
on Major League Soccer, which is barely a blip down here, it's a side note on a fucking ESPN article for me.
Well,
nobody cares.
Any soccer. Plus, $2.5 million is not a big fine for any real sport franchise.
I think so.
For $2.5 million is like a game of Tom Brady's pay.
Well, that's Tom Brady.
But you understand what I'm saying?
I know what you're saying.
It's all relative, I guess.
But you know what I'm saying? Like, if maybe not baseball down here, but if like football or if the Heat, for instance, had some kind of weird player tampering scandal go on, Jesus Christ.
Yeah, but it's a bigger.
Well, I'm just saying
sport
because so everyone tells me you don't know how big sport like soccer is. And
it is in the rest of the world,
but not here. Which is my argument to everybody.
No. Not in the big leagues or the big leagues. This is like a national team, not an international team. There's
it's not. But there's a national league.
Yeah, and nobody cares about that. That
is my point.
That's the soccer no one cares about. Not in Florida, anywhere.
But that's my point I make to people when they're like, "Oh yeah," well, but I tell this to Natalia all the time. She's like, "You know how big soccer is," and I'm like, "Elsewhere, yes, but it's just not big here." Oh, it is. I'm like, "No,
it is here, but not the U.S. League. It's big here, following the real teams, the global teams."
Okay, well, we have a professional soccer franchise.
You don't understand.
I know what you're saying.
This is like AAA. This is AAA soccer.
No, this is the professional soccer.
The real professionals play on real teams in a real league, like in Europe.
No, there's a professional soccer league in the United States.
I understand they call it a professional national team. They don't play. You're missing it. It's like
no. I think we're both.
This is like the CFL.
About the same thing.
This is the U.S. The United States League is like the CFL compared to the NFL.
Okay.
We're in the CFL here.
Well, 100%.
It's all professional wrestling, but some of it is indie backyard stuff, and some of it is a WWE. What's played in Miami is like Impact Wrestling, okay?
Oh, I almost don't want you to embarrass Impact Wrestling, but I know that's
yeah, that was weird. We had a power flicker, and it actually made the thing stop recording.
Oh wow,
but
that's weird. That's the first time that's happened.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, that was like, I think that was like for the block or for the whatever that wasn't like in here. Like in the room.
We're going to start having rolling brownouts.
I had a rolling brownout earlier. I rolled into the bathroom and out came the brown.
So,
by the way, before we get too far along, I think we've already created a monster with Bobby Rogers.
Of course we have.
Not only has he got what he wanted too early. I told AJ that we needed to really play dumb much longer to like get more fucking things sent to us. You haven't got any vegetables, have you?
No vegetables.
No lima beans have come your way.
No
yet?
lima beans. No nothing.
That's really disappointing.
It kind of is.
But
I thought Bobby was better than that.
Yeah, you're the empty threat. How do you like being the empty threat? Yesterday he started messaging me work angles for the podcast.
I love you, Bobby.
He wants to call in, use a fake voice, pretend I'm taking a call from Billy Fives. We argue with him that he's not Billy Fives, like some whole thing. We might do it because AJ doesn't listen to this, so it'll still surprise him. But I'm like, oh, here he is. He's starting to book angles on our fucking podcast.
If you let him get his hands on the craft as we go through space,
The craft.
the podcast craft, Bobby Rogers is going to be the head writer in weeks. We'll have scripts. We'll be shooting more angles than there are stables in AEW.
Jesus. Yeah, he's cracking me up. I'll as long as it doesn't involve too much work on my end, I'll indulge some of this.
Is he coming down for the Rusty thing?
Apparently, not the Rusty thing. I don't think he's coming down for the big fight with Anthony and Billy Fives.
I'm still very iffy about the Rusty thing.
I don't know. If Anthony ends up going, I guess I gotta go. If it's just Blake there, like of all the people, I'm like,
I don't know, man. I don't
just
know.
Blake is.
I'm just like, these are all people I haven't seen in like 6 years.
Right, and now, do you want to see him or not want to see him?
And like, I can't emphasize this enough to everybody. When I left that building that night, that was that. And there's a lot of people I just haven't seen. I mean, I just walked out, man. It's because what I felt I had to do. And
yeah, but you didn't miss any of them.
Well, a few. Like the Adrians of the world, the Erics of the world.
Right, but we could just go hang out with them.
Yeah,
we don't need to go to a wrestling event to do
that's
that.
that is true. That's true. That's true. Although every time Adrian and I talk, inevitably we do one jab at some kind of weird return match, and I'm just like, we always leave the conversation going, yeah, we'll talk about it later. We never do.
About you or both of you?
Well, because he's been thinking about doing one more match because, okay, so his entire world is different now because when he left wrestling, it was to pursue this nursing career. Well, in the time since...
Now he's pursuing nurses.
But he's so far into it now, he has a whole new universe of people
he wants to impress.
That have no idea that he used to be a professional wrestler.
They're here. And
or
they're like,
hear about it.
I wish we could have seen you.
And I told him, I was like,
this is like when your kid grows up to be a certain age.
Yeah.
And you're like, my kid never saw me wrestle.
Yeah.
One more match.
I told him, I was like, look, man, if you're ever serious about that, let me know, man. I'll put you over. Like, I love being in the ring with Adrian. It'd be a nice, easy, fun match. It would be entertaining as fuck because he's gonna sell like 300 fucking tickets, and he's fucking Hogan that night.
Oh my god! And if you're gonna get hurt in the ring, that'll be the night when 300 nurses come to.
It's the best place in the world.
300 doctors and nurses come to watch him wrestle.
It's the best place in the world to be stupid. Okay. Because you got high-end medical professionals right there.
You guys should both just go for the color, get the razor blades out.
Like Slaughter and Flair in a cage, all right?
Yeah.
It's like, are they alive?
This is the Magnum TA cage I Quit match.
But because it would already be fun and entertaining, because it will already be a big thing, because Adrian will make it a big thing, it'll be an easy match to call because he's Hogan that night. And I have to be the heel. Oh shit, please let me. So I mean, I get to call 90% of that. Dude, it would be a real fun time. And I told him, I was like, bro, if you were ever serious about it, like, let me know. I would be down to put you over that. And that would scratch that itch I have.
You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to stir the pot. I'm going to message him tonight and go, Marco says you two are going to have a one last match.
Oh, no. Don't do that. Let's stir no pots. I want him to organically come to this conclusion.
Oh, it'll organically happen. I'm just going to shove a bunch of fertilizer and water in the soil.
But here's the thing. It's just like, but he was like, where would we do it? And I was like, well, that's the thing.
Where it all started, in George's fucking parking lot.
No, I cannot. No. No, Ben, I can't.
Well, you're all far enough along that you can pitch in and get a tent to cover the fucking ring.
A tent. I told him, I was like, look, man, I don't know. We might have to run our own show because we're the main and we do whatever we want. Congratulations. He's the ticket seller.
Well, AMC Stock Wrestling is about to happen.
So for everyone who doesn't know, Moneybags Temple's over here.
I'm sitting on some stock, and it's about to go to the moon.
Yeah, because
and then we're gonna have
the world opened up again, and AMC was like, "Hey, we're
it has nothing to do."
Oh, it doesn't? Oh, okay.
They have so much debt from this pandemic.
Yeah,
but because of all these, do I really want to bore people?
No.
All these hedge funds have been shorting the shit out of it, and a group of people online got wind of that and said, let's fuck these hedge funds out of billions of dollars. Let's all buy it and hold it and not let it go down. 'Cause the ugly thing, and I agree with this, is that I hate when people are rooting against the success of someone else, which is what shorting a stock is.
Yeah.
You're betting it's going to go down in price. And then the worst thing is that's fine if you feel like, I think there's going to be a downturn in this industry. I'm going to short this stock. Okay. But these funds do it in such a huge manner and then actively drive the price down by paying to have bad things written in the news about the stock or whatever. And they actively drive the price down, which hurts the company and then sometimes puts the company out of business, or they have to fire people or whatever because they have stockholders they answer to. And the stock is getting driven down by these idiots. So it's this uprising of the little guy that's going on, and it's actually kind of working. And they're losing. They said hundreds of millions a day right now fighting it. So we'll see what happens. But
all I can do is think of trading places.
It's yes.
All I can do.
Orange. What was it? Orange futures or something? Orange juice or something?
I think it was orange futures.
Yeah. And so. Don't fuck with me on movies. So yeah, when my ship comes in, we'll have a wrestling show, and we will just shamelessly call it AMC Stock Wrestling.
AMC Stock Wrestling. Fuck it, why not, man?
Yeah.
It doesn't matter because
we gotta do it before the taxes are due on the fucking. Because once I owe the tax man, they're probably just gonna seize it all. Either that or I'm going to invest. See, either I'm going to run a wrestling show or I was going to invest in like maybe a donut shop or something.
Both. We can hold the inaugural event in front of the donut shop.
Just wow, what a draw that'll be. We'll sell an extra dozen or two.
Live pro wrestling in front of a donut shop.
Well, that's a dream of mine, to have a pizza shop that's attached to an event center, and in the event center we hold wrestling events.
Well, just wait for this housing and this boom to like fall, and buildings will be real cheap soon.
Yeah, the bubble burst. So yeah. So if you guys need someone to put on a show for you, just wait like another couple of months, and we'll start organizing things.
If those things were to fall into place, I would absolutely do this match. I couldn't say no to this ridiculous.
I'll just throw $20,000 at it. Well, we could have a nice show for $20,000, right?
Yes, Mr. Broder, we can have a fantastic show for $20,000.
I guarantee you, I will draw more people than he did.
Although I think Bobby Lashley's more expensive this time around.
We'll get someone else. Speaking of Mr. Broder and Bobby was telling me a story while he was texting me about.
Is this a story we want to say on air?
I don't give a fuck.
Okay.
He said that Paul Jones paid him $500 to harass Broder online. And then he met with Broder later that week, and Broder paid him $500 to stop. He said, I made $1,000 that week. Apparently, PJ has paid him to harass like other promoters. people in outside of wrestling that like with his shoot job, maybe ex-employees, rivals, I don't know what. But it's a hell of a gig if you can get it to like just harass, like harass someone online with like trolling kind of stuff.
Bobby can find any way to make money.
I almost didn't believe it.
No, it's Bobby. I believe it.
No. I almost didn't believe it. But he said he went to meet Broder at the Davy Dunkin' Donuts.
Oh.
And I'm like, oh, yeah, he used to meet people all the time there. So, like, how would he know that if he didn't do that?
Yeah.
That'd be a way too much because these Dunkins have, like, those meeting rooms you can rent for a half an hour, an hour.
We did a podcast there once.
Yeah. Sometimes he
we had early SuperCon meetings in those.
I told Bobby, I said, I almost didn't believe you, but he used to, like, have a traveling office of, like, out by Starbucks on the beach. Mm-hmm. And then if he had to meet people elsewhere, it would be somewhere out west, which would either be this Dunkin' or the one on Oakland. Both had those meeting rooms you could rent. And so he would just stagger meetings. He'd rent it for 2 or 3 hours and people come and go.
Yeah.
And he's like, well, I don't know if they had a meeting. I'd say he was probably there for something else as well. It's too random to be like, I'll meet you at the Dunkin' if it wasn't for that. But yeah, so I was like, oh yeah, okay. That's a true story. Or at least that part of it was. Yeah, but that's funny that he, cause I remember when, Mike handed the mandate down that everyone was to not talk to Bobby Rogers.
I remember.
Remember what that was over? It was like something to do with domain names or something.
Yeah, Bobby bought SuperCon or something.
Like Mike forgot to fucking...
Yeah. Oh, shit, that's right.
And then Bobby was like... He was kind of like... it's hard to remember because this was like 8 years ago or something now. But it was something like where he was kind of vague. He wasn't holding him up. Come on, man. Don't play with the toys. It was like he wasn't saying, hey, I bought your domain. I want money for it. It was like, I saw that it was up, and before anyone else could buy it and screw you, I bought it for you. And he didn't hit Broder up for extra money. I think he was just looking to get reimbursed for it. I think that he was playing head games with Mike because it worked. It got Mike all fucking paranoid, thinking Bobby was going to hold him up or fuck with him or
all Bobby did it for was a spot.
There was that time when he was. Remember when he was in Orlando, living with max capacity, and he wanted to come down, and it was hard for him to come down because he doesn't drive. And then it was like the way to come down was at first he was trying to get Max to drive him, but then he was to do that we would have to book Max.
Nope.
And Max was such a pain in the dick. That
guy.
Unpleasant that I was like, no, that ain't happening. And then there was something about getting a train ticket or a bus. I was like, if you can make it, you can be on the show. But
isn't that how we brought Seth in?
Yeah, I think that was the speaking of devils. We're talking all the devils today. Yeah, that I think we were short someone. I think. So Seth had shown up with Anthony to hang out because he and I had a little falling out over the T-shirt thing.
Orange Crush.
And what was that? The Barrington.
That was the Barrington shirt.
But it wasn't orange, was it?
I think it was Orange Crush.
No,
because I kept thinking it was like a soft drink logo.
It was the Orange Crush logo, but it was reimagined into his gimmick. Oh, like Barrington Crush or
I don't know. What
or
the fuck
Purple Crush. Maybe it was purple because grape, grape soda.
It's grape drink, sir.
Because it was a purple shirt.
Yeah,
I think it was grape soda. But yeah. Where was I with that? Oh, so yeah, Seth was there, and he's like, if you need anything, just let me know. I'm like, yeah, but as a matter of fact, we need an announcer or a commentator. We had an announcer, I think. One day we didn't. I think, was that also the show that Blake decided he wanted to do vintage on Saturday? Like he did our thing Friday, drove up to Orlando to do Vintage on Saturday, and came back to do our Sunday show.
Do
you remember that?
Bro.
I'm saying
I remember Blake leaving. I remember the Vintage incident.
Well, because I know that, like, remember the one set of shows. I don't expect you to remember anything.
Yeah.
Your dad passed away the night before they happened.
Yeah.
So
that wasn't that was shows before.
Yeah. Okay. Speaking of Blake, he might be here tomorrow.
I gotta hit him up.
He was threatening. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
See, your new pharmacist.
I
thought you had a card. What does that mean?
I have a card that I never. Like, I bought the card and everything, but I never bought the prescription. I just got to make a phone call for the prescription, but I just haven't made the phone call. Blake is it's just easier and cheaper.
I don't get it.
So
I don't get it.
Well, I have the card, but I don't smoke like a maniac or nothing. But so like I don't need to be going to the fucking pharmacy every fucking week and a half or 2 weeks.
Well, no one's saying that. But if you have a card, you don't have to wait to hook up with Blake.
Yeah, but they have to go to the place and speak to the people.
Man. It's not like you're not out and about all day, every day.
And it's the weird part. The weird part is I have a COVID...
How many dispensaries do you drive by?
I have like a COVID, I can't go outside like mentality whilst I'm outside 90% of the fucking day.
Yeah, I went to Publix today with no mask on. I was like, it was very liberating.
Oh, really?
Or last night, yeah.
Have they lifted the mandates?
I mean, yeah. Once this, well, we're in Florida, so I think it's anything goes with DeSantis.
Yeah, COVID ended a month ago for us.
Put that fucking down.
What? It wasn't that.
Put it down. Okay. You're like a child. You have to have a toy in your hand.
I fidget.
Fuck. Fidget with your dick. Just on the outside of your pants. No, I think once the CDC, what was it, like last week or 2 weeks ago, said if you're vaccinated, you don't have to wear a mask anymore.
Yeah. It's Florida.
And I didn't look that hard, but when I went through the doors to Publix, I was looking to see if there was a new like mask notice on there. I didn't see one. They may still have a thing where it's like we want everyone to wear a mask, but if anyone's not wearing a mask, we're not going to say shit to them.
Everyone's just tired of it.
Well, I feel like nobody wants to be on YouTube getting yelled at by some fucking QAnon Karen crazy.
Yeah. Very true.
So, let's just avoid all that by saying we want you all to wear masks, but if someone's walking around without one, we ain't saying shit to you. Because now is a vaccine. It's like there's no excuse.
Everything's the honor system now,
right?
As far as the masks are
right.
concerned. And lo and behold, that'll end poorly. But hey,
well, I was watching wrestling last night, and it was a full house there.
I'm sorry.
Well, AEW's good. Just because you're bitter on the fucking business doesn't mean the rest of us.
That's why I love Cornette so much.
Yeah. But nobody likes Cornette.
Everyone loves Cornette. Corny's the best.
Well, I don't, so you can't say everyone.
Oh, you made that up.
He's a dick, and he's a cock. I mean, come on. I don't have respect for that guy. He's a fucking cunt. He's a little bitch, man. Any guy gets off watching other guys bang your wife. I don't know.
That's all speculation.
That ain't speculation. The guy's basically said, "Listen, I got some predilections. What do you want from me?"
At least he's honest about it.
I mean, sure, but
because there's plenty of people in the wrestling business I've heard weird shit about.
Yeah, but if you can be honest about something, that's fine. But if it's something like that, don't expect people to have a high opinion of you afterwards. I don't know.
That's fair.
I mean,
That bother me.
Where were we? Did we derail this whole thing?
I don't know.
Talking about Jim Cornette.
I don't know. Something about you were watching AEW and
the crowds.
Yeah.
So that was the first live event I've seen, sporting event, quote sporting unquote. That had like shoulder to shoulder, no empty seats, no spacing, live crowd at.
Well, the NBA playoffs have, and we see how swimmingly that's going. Yeah, they've
opened
opened up.
Watched.
They've opened up, and there's spitting.
Is it all open?
It's like 17,000, 18,000 most of these arenas. So I think that's close to capacity for a lot of the smaller
Yeah,
ones.
yeah. I'm not saying. I'm just saying
Yeah.
they're not spacing people out.
I know the Heat had like 17,000, 18,000 at AAA. I don't know what the seating capacity is for that, but I think it's pretty close to that. So yeah, I think they're pretty much opened up, and baseball too and whatnot. But and a lot of these fans readjusting now because they're back out in a public place, and some of them don't know how to act appropriately.
No. They're still showing up in their slides and
throwing
pajama
popcorn,
bottoms.
throwing popcorn and spitting on people and all kinds of shit. Like I saw the thing at the big harumph at the Yankees game the other day. I don't know. Harumph. I don't know what that means, Ben.
Then why did you say it?
Because it's a word I've heard before.
In what context?
I don't fucking know. Maybe like I don't know. When would you ever utter harumph?
It sounds like a 1940s term.
I probably got it from a cartoon.
Yeah,
that's about a 95% chance possibility. But the Yankee game. I guess a bunch of people unfurled this gigantic Trump won banner, like a big Trump won the election
let
banner.
it fucking go.
And like the whole thing that everyone's mad about is they immediately got kicked out. But once they
never seen like such sore fucking losers.
But once they were on
such
the other
soft
side,
fucking people.
Once they were on the other side, the police handed them back the flag and all the stuff they came with, like all neatly packed, and everyone's shitting on them for it. Everyone's like, "How could you not throw that in the garbage?" I'm like, "Hey, calm down. It's a right to expression. They're retarded, but they have every right to be retarded as an American citizen, which is why we sometimes find ourselves in the quandaries we do. But freedom comes at a price. But what do you want to do? Burn them at the stake because they're dumb?
No, and like, who cares if they gave them their stuff back? They still got kicked
exactly.
out. They got kicked out of the event.
Yeah,
that's that. I mean, it's not really theirs to confiscate. If it was a gun, and you're not supposed to bring a gun in the place, then yeah, the cops would probably take it from you.
Internet gets mad about weird shit.
But like a banner, I mean, get the fuck out of here. That's theirs.
The internet gets mad about really weird shit, like the whole John Cena thing. But that's a very tricky situation when it comes to China, Taiwan, and all those things going on. The machinations.
And you don't think about it. You're like, you just off the hand say the country of Taiwan.
Yeah, I will say this though. It's odd that it was Cena of all people to make these faux pas. Because remember, a few years ago, he learned Mandarin to be the guy in China when they were doing the WWE China deal.
And he
brand ambassador.
And he knew he was not going to be in the WWE forever.
Yeah, so like he did.
He knew China's like the like a big language for a big economy.
But he did a very deep cultural dive to be this brand ambassador.
But you don't think about it.
But listen, man, I agree with you. It's just weird it was Cena of all people for this to happen to, because I feel like he understands the whole cultural.
Yeah, but of course it's going to be someone like him, because it's like you or me, China doesn't give a shit about.
Yeah. I thought it'd be like Tyrese.
No, he's too dumb to even know what a country is. He really is
because like it was just the whole film junket bullshit.
Yeah,
so of the whole cast,
I didn't see what he originally
said. Whole cast, Cena was the last person I would think to make that faux pas.
It's probably just he probably just answered a question.
Yeah, it was. It was,
and it was probably a baited question to get him to. It was probably from some Taiwanese guy that fucking baited him into saying that, so that this kind of thing would happen.
For a movie that's
stupid.
not going to open in China, by the way.
They do huge in China.
No, I don't think China's playing any American movies right now.
Well, that's another story.
I think there's a big embargo.
That's another story, but that's supposed to be in China. They made it thinking it would be in China.
Well, they make all movies thinking they're going to play in China.
No, they don't.
Okay.
Absolutely not.
All these big blockbusters, man.
Absolutely
all
not.
All this Michael Bay nonsense.
Some of them. That's why there was a scene in China for that one.
Yeah.
But
a lot of film studios cater to China.
But doesn't guarantee you're going to get in.
Well, I agree.
And there are movies you make that will never get into China. If you make a ghost movie, they do not let people talk about ghosts. It's a weird fucking thing. But Ghostbusters will not be seen in China.
It's so weird.
It is weird.
So
but
weird.
But it's not every big blockbuster.
Yeah.
If you're making Ghostbusters, you know you're not getting seen in China.
But you want Fast and Furious in that fucking country.
Yeah, because it's a huge chunk of their money. It's like some of these movies have gotten sequels because of the China payday.
Solely because of the China payday.
Not solely.
Some of them.
No.
No,
fuck.
What movie was it?
But between all international, it's way more than the domestic.
There was some movie. I forgot what fucking movie it was. The only reason it got a sequel was because of it, how much it made in China. But I can't remember what movie it is. Oh, well. There's so many out there. And, I
think Disney's pissed them off, too.
And Disney caters the most to this kind of shit.
Well, Shang-Chi.
Like the Cruella thing.
The Mulan thing, I think.
The no smoking in their movies. The director of Eternals said something politically about China, and now I think she's Chinese.
Is she Chinese?
Yeah, she's Chinese.
I didn't know if she was Chinese or from Taiwan or.
Because she won the Oscar for Best Director.
But she,
this year.
she's
for her.
I don't know what she even talked about, like if it was human rights stuff or not.
I think it's that.
But she's shit on China, and now I think they're paying the price not just for the movies she's directed, but I think maybe.
Oh, they take that shit
maybe
real
Black
serious,
Widow
man.
won't get seen over there. Maybe the Shang-Chi, which ideally you would think would be the one they would want to be seen in China the most. Yes, I don't know. We'll see. That's like, you know what? It's like cryptocurrency. They've banned it 3 times. You know what I mean? It's an ebb and flow. It's a tide thing. They're mad at us now. They're banning movies. But they also, they're using it as an excuse. I think they also want to kind of lead the industry with their own movies. They want to have like their box office show that all the top movies were Chinese movies.
Yeah.
The easy way to do that is not show the American movies, or limit what's seen there. So, it's one of those places where they're not totally like a crazy regime, but they're close enough where sometimes the national pride stuff gets in the way, and they want to be seen as the dominant in this and dominant in that. And they built like a ton of new theaters over the last couple of years because entertainment industry got big over there, and now I think they want to kind of like, they think that they're going to build their own industry up. But, people want to see the fucking Avengers fight each other. I don't know what they're going to do. They're going to be upset when China doesn't let them. Wouldn't that be funny if that's what brings down their communist regime?
Shit, man. Listen.
Is people rioting because they didn't get to see Fast and Furious 11?
I always think from an American standpoint, how could any people just allow this shit? It's fucking, you look over there, man. What did I see the other day? I was watching some North Korea documentary, but I can't. Fuck, where was it? It was on YouTube. But would you see like?
Well, I watched that wrestling thing about WCW.
That was it. Yeah.
Yeah.
These people, they 100%. It's not a belief for them. This is their truth.
Well, because they don't know anything else.
But it's,
this is what happens when you live in an echo chamber. Like some of these people here that like storm the Capitals or only list the conspiracy theories, or if the information coming to them from the internet doesn't reinforce their own beliefs, then it must not be true. And then they will go through 10 pages of search results until they find a fellow wackadoo that has a website that looks sort of official that confirms what they believe. and ignore the first 10 pages that say that's not true.
Yeah, it's
and then that's how you get North Korea. It is.
And it's just weird to me, like because like take China, man. We all know what they're doing. They know we know what they're doing. But we play this weird game anyway. And we do that with a lot of these countries. We play this weird game with
Russia.
Them.
Russia's a little more overt about it. They're like fuck you, we're hacking you.
Yeah, Putin doesn't give
this
a
week
fuck.
This week we're hacking you. Next week we release the PP tape, you know.
The week after that, Drago.
Well, we're going to take some time off for the Olympics.
Are the Olympics still happening?
Yeah, in Japan, right?
Listen, dude, it's like from what I read on ESPN and shit, it's like, we don't know yet.
The International Olympic Committee is so fucking corrupt.
Fuck.
And so fucking dirty.
They make FIFA look good.
And so money grubbing that absolutely it's happening. Also, if you notice, that's why we all of a sudden have the Olympics like 3 times in China. And then we're in the shithole of Brazil, where, you know, the wastewater's all going in the ocean, but we're going to build those billion-dollar fucking facilities for the Olympics. And and we got 6 weeks to do it. So let's use slave labor to do it. Because the U.S. and like real countries, don't want to pay what the IOC wants. It's like ridiculous money. It's so much money that they're the grift for this. And so then you get these fucked up countries like China that has slave labor and all this other shit, or Russia. We've had it in Russia 2 or 3 times recently.
Sochi,
who want to, who are like, fuck it. Human lives are worthless. We'll just use some of our stolen money and mob money and drug money and whatever else, or the money we should be paying for labor, and just to show off our country, and show the world how great we are, and how great our beautiful building. You said like what was it? What was the one in Russia? The place starts with
Sochi.
Sochi, like it's all abandoned and dead.
But that's all of them.
Some of them.
No, that's the thing.
No, but not in
the Olympics.
If you build it here, it ends up getting used for stuff.
But
afterwards.
The Olympics, that's the thing about the Olympics, is the wave of devastation it leaves behind.
Yeah.
Like Athens and all these places with these buildings, they just become derelict.
Right.
All this local economy influx that came and went, and all this stuff, all the local communities, the long-term harm it does. Because you've spent all this money, you've bankrupted your entire economy for this fucking 2 weeks, and now you're left. They don't come back.
Yeah, it's not like it's not
a yearly thing.
If I was going to agree to build a whole Olympic facility for the Olympics, it would be like, well, we're having the Olympics here 3 times in a row, right?
There's
not a one and done.
Like there's whole YouTube channels dedicated to just like how awful the Olympic footprint is on local economies when it leaves, and the things that these cities and countries do.
Yeah, but it makes the
like China forcing all its homelessness away and shit like that.
Right. I mean, it's funny because like I saw that a little when I used to go to Guyana, and how shitty the country was and how much they cleaned it up and renovated their capital. It wasn't like it was a small town. I was in Georgetown, which is the capital. It's like their big city. It's their capital. When they had the cricket tournament coming and they had to build a new cricket stadium, and they knew all these other people were coming from other parts of the world, or at least the Caribbean, to come see games in Guyana, that they had to clean up all the fucking trash and get the 2 traffic lights working and,
really shine that place.
Yeah. But at least in that city, I feel like after that, they kind of kept it up.
Because they had nice things now.
But it's not like the Olympics where you build $1 billion worth of buildings and pools and ice rinks and whatever else. this was one stadium that they're going to keep using. It's a cricket stadium, and it's in the city.
Yeah.
And it's already like, it's not like in a dead city that nobody lives in.
You literally built a city that you've bankrupted your local economy to build this city that will never be lived in past its 2 weeks of use.
It's funny,
and you can't afford to keep up the infrastructure of the city.
In a real country, it would bring a lot of jobs to people for 3 or 4 years, but not places where they don't pay their people.
Yeah, yeah. So yeah, it's hard to be excited about the Olympics at all. But
I'm over them. I don't. Yeah. It's to me. There's a few things if I'm flipping the dial, I'll catch. But to me, it's like
you like the.
I'm just so over it.
What's the flag twirling?
I feel like I don't remember
the shit they do with the horses, the
fancy
do all the
dance
tricks.
or something.
Yeah.
I feel like it's a relic.
Equestrians.
Like the whole thing's a relic of like the last.
Oh, fucking absolutely!
century.
It's a relic.
Like from the last century. Like it was cool back in the day.
Yeah.
And there were like superstars that came out of it, like Bruce Jenner and some
of the
dead
names Caitlyn Jenner, sir?
What's that?
Did you just dead name Caitlyn Jenner?
I don't know what that means. Is that some woke shit that you just?
I'm 100% just parodying shit I heard off the Rogan show. You can't.
I'm not gonna say Caitlyn Jenner. Caitlyn Jenner didn't win shit in the Olympics. Bruce Jenner did.
Oh my god!
Am I getting in trouble?
I don't know.
Did I just cancel myself?
You're canceled, Ben. Go to sleep.
Speaking of canceling people, I want to cancel Blake for shitting on Tim Tebow this morning.
Tim Tebow.
It was way too early to be hearing him hating on Tebow. I refused to even get into it as to what his problem is.
Urban Meyer paid off God to win a championship. Everybody, he's a genius. He's a genius. I can't wait for Tim Tebow to lead them to a Super Bowl.
He's not. He's like the depth tight end. He's a tight end that dresses only if someone else gets hurt.
He's just the guy to do the pregame prayer, okay?
But
no biceps though.
But who cares? But who's mad at Tim Tebow? And
no
why?
one.
Yeah, apparently people are. And stealing like some other guy's job. It's like first of all, it's football. Second of all, he's not stealing Kaepernick's job. Kaepernick's not trying out to be a fucking tight end. And Kaepernick's also not a great fucking locker room leader like Tebow always was.
Yeah.
I mean, he even kept Hernandez in check for a good 2 out of 3 years in Florida. I don't think he may not have murdered any. He may have only murdered one guy with Tim Tebow.
Not while in the auspices of the good Lord. Sir.
Eventually, Tim Tebow said, "I'm cutting you free, man. You're done. I can't keep coming in and asking people to help you." But but I mean, all these years, everyone keeps waiting for that kid to fall, and the kid's been legitimately who he is. Like at this point, you can't fake it that long. Not in this day and age.
Him and John Cena are the two people. It's like you can hate them all you want, but man, have they not been the most consistent human beings since the day that they became famous?
I think it's unfair to even compare it to John Cena.
I think a lot of people want to see John Cena fall flat,
but John Cena has fallen flat. He's had bad relationships. He's had missteps. There's words of him like, holding people down and like
wrestling ego shit, yeah,
all that stuff.
Because Tim Tebow never had the ego shit.
Never had the ego shit.
That's fair.
Never had a bad relationship.
Well, it's because
the one relationship he got into, he married the woman, and they're still very, very happy. And he's finally got to have sex, I think. So
you would think.
I mean,
And she's hot, so good for him.
I mean, of course she's hot.
Oh yeah, it's Tim Tebow.
But she's probably legitimately a really good person because I feel like Tim Tebow vetted that thoroughly. Because,
and his people.
Well, yes, that's
the people up north.
That's fair. That's fair.
Yeah.
There is a business. There is an industry around Tim Tebow.
Yes, there is.
But that relies heavily on Tim Tebow actually being legitimate.
Does he not do the college football stuff now?
I mean, probably not right now. He's trying out to be a Jaguar, but he was doing it up until this last year, I think. He was also playing baseball for part of the year, though. And, he's been consistent. And I look at him, And it's like, I get it. He's too good to be true, but how many more years do you need?
Yeah.
How many more years do you need?
At some point, you just got to go, okay.
And he's a winner. He's won everywhere he's been when given the opportunity. And, like, he's fucking, like, in his real life, yes, he sells T-shirts with his logo on it. Okay. He sells hats with his logo on it. But he also fucking throws proms for mentally retarded kids.
He's a missionary.
Like 3 fucking times. I don't care about spreading the word of God. To me, I think that's what offends people. But he does things that, like, his big thing is he throws these proms.
Yeah, philanthropy is like his number one goal.
Yeah. I mean, but I'm saying they're like really special things.
All he does is work with these associations and these.
He has his own thing.
Yeah,
I'm saying this thing. It's very special. Like if you've ever seen it.
Oh, the Tim Tebow Foundation.
Yeah, it's like legit. And it's like a nationwide thing. I think it's not just like in Jacksonville or wherever he's living, Tallahassee or somewhere. So if the coach wants to put him on the team just to be a good locker room guy and to set an example, and maybe it's a way to get him back in so next year he's holding a clipboard and being an assistant, and maybe he ends up on the coaching staff and whatever. But if the kid wants to play and there's a spot and maybe he'll get in a game or two, fuck it, you know?
It's just weird because that conversation was very easy for both of them. Hey, coach, how's everything going?
Well,
great team.
I guarantee they talk all the time.
Oh yeah. Oh, absolutely.
I think they're like
yeah,
like best friends.
They have quite the successful relationship. So yeah, I would imagine that they're very close.
Well, it doesn't mean
they have each other to thank for a lot of their success.
Yeah, it doesn't mean you talk to someone afterwards.
Oh, you trying to say like Tom Brady is not going to send Bill Belichick a Christmas card?
Right, or I don't know that Tom Brady still talks to his college coach in Michigan. That was his coach in Michigan 5 times a week.
We'll find out.
Saying,
we'll find out the 30 for 30 that comes out.
Yeah,
after
I'm just saying it's again, it's different with people. Everything seems to be this really like above and beyond, but it's all legitimate. I mean, it's too late to be like, I hope he gets caught in the room with the hookers and the blow, and it's not going to happen, people. And I would want that in my locker room.
All I know is the last time God was invoked.
If he can run and catch and not embarrass you out there, put him on your goddamn team.
Listen, all I know is the last time that God was invoked to help a sporting event out, Vince McMahon defeated him. So I hope God can bounce back and the Jacksonville Jaguars can go far in the playoffs.
Yeah. I'll buy a Team Tebow shirt.
Fuck yeah.
Jersey.
I don't know if I'll buy. I have a thing. I don't buy jerseys. The one jersey I wear to the Dolphins game, the Cameron one, not Cam Cameron, Cameron Wake. Wow, fucking Christ.
Cam Cameron.
Yeah, no. The Cameron Wake jersey I have, which is a nice jersey. Fucking Bobby gave that shit to me. He just handed out jerseys in the locker room one day. He's like, "Who wants a football jersey?" I don't know. Another Bobby has random thing. Who wants random thing?
I got back on Bobby Rogers.
It's over. He's infected the whole podcast.
I feel like he's been on and we didn't even call him.
And that's the magic of Bobby Rogers.
He'll probably listen to this, and then
of course he will. And
he's going to fire off 10 more ideas for the podcast.
He'll have the rest of that.
Put it down. Quit playing with that thing.
He'll have the rest of the card for AMC wrestling.
AMC wrestling. Oh, right. Now that I've mentioned that I might put a show on, here we go. Out of the woodwork come all the.
You're going to get some Terry Funk.
Can you imagine booking? Well, you can't really book much of that match anymore. We got Kevin Sullivan and Abdullah Butcher can't go, and Terry Funk can't go, and Dusty Rhodes is no longer with us. So
we could do
Does Kevin Sullivan wrestle anymore?
I doubt it. I think what you could do with those 4 is you could sit them down for a podcast. That's about it.
You mean those 3?
No, you bring in Dustin.
We just have the 4th be like you doing a really bad Dusty.
Oh my God! No! Bobby doing Dusty. There you go. There you go.
Yeah.
Because I know Bobby. Bobby at least knew Dusty, so.
Yeah. All right. Well, what else you got? You got anything?
No, man, that was the only other thing that happened to me this week is I tried to take my finger off, and that's healing up pretty nice. So.
Whoa.
Yeah, buddy. Yeah.
Did you have to super glue that?
No.
Was it a big flap of skin? Could you see the bone?
No, it didn't get that deep.
It looks deep because it's got that curve around the finger, which makes you think the blade went all the way through.
So I had the strut and I was hammering it down.
That scar is still really ugly. Ooh. That one I think went to the bone.
Yeah.
I never really checked. I was fucking butterflying it and super gluing this thing.
My brother said something to me. I was talking to him, and I wasn't thinking what I was doing, and there you go, the 30-pound sludge right on the thin strut on my finger. Oh, man. And the worst part is we were doing a 55 and over community, and some people were out watching us because the water was off in the building, and there's fucking nothing else for them to do. So I had to go through that without cursing.
Good luck with that. That thing looks. At least it's not like the wrong color. But
dude, first
that thing still looks a little angry.
Yeah, there was
have you been wearing something over it, or are you just fucking going through your day?
For the first 3 days, I did
getting swamp water.
What I did was I coated it. I coated like 3 times in the first
that liquid
day
skin or something
with Neosporin.
Oh,
and
I was using that liquid skin stuff. It burns like hell.
Yeah,
but it does leave like a paint, like it covers it, like seals it in there.
And I had a splint on it for like 3 days, and now I kind of have learned not to really use it, and it's just letting it heal, whatever.
It's really affected your piano playing, huh?
It has I can't, there's some keys that just don't work. Like I had bought this really nice keyboard. I was going to start writing again. And
wait, what?
The keyboard came in on a Tuesday. This happened on a Wednesday.
What do you mean, like a computer keyboard?
Yeah, because my laptop.
Because we were just talking about piano, and then you said keyboard. So like, I'm like, I didn't know he did music.
No, I don't. I know how to press the button on the keyboard.
Catalina wine mixer. Boats and hose.
I wish I had some kind of deep down musical talent. I don't.
Gonna start writing. We're gonna be pushing some e-published books on Amazon next year.
I used to always write.
I bought Jack's book like a year and a half ago. It's been sitting over on that toilet tank.
Oh my God.
With like 4 other books I haven't read yet.
Oh my God.
But at least I bought it. I supported our friend. Did you get one?
I didn't even think about it. Jack, I'm so sorry. I didn't even think about it.
Don't worry, Jack ain't listening to this.
Well, I've invoked Adrian's name, so at least one DSW guy is going to get on.
Now we have 2.
Yeah. Ooh.
We might as well just tag them both.
And I mentioned Eric as well, so we got to get him up.
Yeah. I feel like he married out of that group.
Oh shit! All right, guys. Like, subscribe, buy our shit. Don't do all these things that you're not gonna do. We know it. You can't even send us hate mail. So
they might. I don't know where to check.
You don't have like an email?
Yeah, we got all kinds of stuff.
You check none of it, do you?
Yeah. Usually AJ does. Usually some comes in and AJ's like, "Have you seen that thing from 3 days ago?" I'm like, "No, I'll go look now."
Oh my God. So here we are over here at the Breakfast Club podcast doing everything we can to not do anything at all.
Right. I don't know what that means.
I don't know.
All right.
We're giving maximum effort every day. Maximum effort. All right. Okay, bye.